Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk Show with myself and Mr. Tom Connors of Midnight's Edge After Dark, Midnight's Edge Espanol, Midnight's Edge Archives, Mead Radio 1, Mead Radio 2, and coming soon, Midnight Snacks. How's it going, Tom?
I would like to formally apologize to Sasheen Littlefoot.
Oh, good.
Little Feather, I'm sorry. I mispronounced the game. Even though I wasn't alive then.
On behalf of the Academy?
On just for whatever I have to apologize for.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah. Apparently most people also don't know. But yeah, la vie. You know, Brando's to blame for that whole
Truth is, I wanted to finish my donut and I didn't want to go to the show.
Yeah.
I was just didn't want to put pants on.
It was a big donut.
Well, you know. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to win.
Nah, you knew you were going to win.
No, I wasn't. No, man, I wasn't sure.
I don't believe you.
So I didn't go. I wish I had.
Greetings, everyone.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
I thought maybe, just maybe I'd go. It'd be a joke. But I fucking won.
And?
How was I supposed to know?
Don't know. Don't know.
I didn't think I was going to win.
That's a bummer, man.
I thought Al Pacino was going to win.
Well, I guess you were wrong.
Tell me about it. Now look at what I have to do.
What is that?
All this stuff.
Okay.
She wasn't supposed to go up there and say all that stuff. She was just supposed to sit there in the seat. I went to the bathroom to eat a donut.
Yeah, I've heard this story somehow.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Well, today we're going to talk a little bit. Originally we're going to talk about how the message doesn't make any money, but I think that's been, proven, considering that the entertainment studios are relying on other things to support them, and not necessarily the film that they are putting out there. With, of course, the exception, it seems, of maybe Sony and possibly Paramount. Paramount seems to have, figured it out. Let Tom Cruise make a film and you do good. You make $3 billion in a year. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty well. It's coming out on the 23rd digitally, like I had said it was going to for a long time.
Yeah.
But the video date got pushed to November 1st, so...
Yeah.
Of course...
And I have a feeling that film is going to, it's going to be one of those that'll be, looked at as like a case study in, how to do something the right way versus the last 5 or 6 years. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's say hi to some of the folks out there. We got a few. We got Zachariah 315 hanging out with us. Apollo Patriots in the house. What's going on, brother? Doing 2K. Well done, my friend. Saints Row 2 videos.
They want Tom Pacino.
Yeah, Tom Pacino. Yeah, you're doing a good job. Lord Thought.
She had a great ass.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? I think that The Devil's Advocate is an underappreciated film.
Come on.
Yeah. Lord Thoth is here. Yeah, Debo. Hooah. Let's see, Cosmic Squirrel's here. Duck Nation's joining us today. Olaf Von S. I think I said hi to D-Bud a minute.
That's not me, kid. That's my family.
Yeah, it's true. Southern Viking is here.
Now who's being naive?
What now?
Now who's being naive, Kay?
Probably me.
Back before he went like insane, when he just sounded like a normal person.
Right. Say hi to lovely Sherry, Tom.
Hello, Sherry.
There you go.
Hooah.
Emotionally unstable.
We've got emotionally unstable. Oh my God. She's unstable. Amphetamine. Woo. Yeah.
Otherwise,
And I seen sixes in the house, and I seen all these beautiful people in the house here.
Yeah.
Just when I think I'm about to leave, they make me come back. Wait, that's not the line. I'll get it right. I promise.
Dapper Bard Games has pizza. Ham Dinger's here, probably just for you.
De Niro's the only one I really can't do.
I think you did a pretty good job with it just now.
No, that was Pacino.
That's what I
De
said.
Niro's like,
Yeah, I can't do De Niro. I gotta work on my
it kind of sounds yeah, your De Niro sounds like a younger version of Brando.
Well, there's a reason why he played him, you know. I mean,
I know. What's up, John Platt? Good to see you. Look at you guys. Jack is here. What's up, Jack?
Marlon's actually real easy. You just kind of like
you make your face go flat. And
You
then
pull your voice back in.
you talk through your nose. That's the big key, guys. You talk through your nose
Pull it back.
and you empty your brain.
Yeah.
Because if your brain is empty, then things can fill it up. You know?
Martin Vasquez is here. Ooh, boy. Happy Tuesday indeed, Stephen, Mr. Deleted Scene.
You know, I find the panda bear very, very cute.
Yeah?
They're probably the most adorable animal on the planet.
Not very smart.
No.
Yeah, you know, our buddy Mad Mardigan did a video on his channel about pandas.
Why is he so angry?
But he's not. He's not mad as in angry. He's mad as in crazy.
Oh, he's crazy?
Okay.
So he's like Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Mad as a hatter. That's an interesting, turn of phrase, right? Mad as a hatter.
Well, it comes from Alice. Well, that's where they got it for Alice in Wonderland. So I mean,
but
Lord knows where they got it from originally.
Mercury poisoning. Mercury poisoning. There was a mercury in a hat making process. So if you were a hatter,
Oh, that would make sense.
Boosh, what's up, Boosh? Let's see. Robert Hammer. One word. Dunkachino.
You know, and there's no beautiful thing so much as when you can dunk a donut in coffee.
It's true.
It's one of life's little. It's when you're living your best life.
There you go.
You know what's better than that?
No.
Spaghetti.
Oh, good to know.
Enough people don't appreciate spaghetti.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah. So what are we here to talk about? This crazy kid who's running around with no clothes on or something?
Yeah, let's talk about him real quick. This is something that I think we all saw coming in order to try to do a little massage of somebody's reputation. We had this story drop last night.
Well, this sounds like a PR firm.
Yeah.
This sounds like nothing that
he said, right?
He is saying,
yeah. I wouldn't expect it to be him. I mean, let's just be honest. He's not capable of putting two sentences together, let alone like a cogent thought around anything that he might.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's no way he wrote that.
Yeah, I think he lacks emotional depth and self-awareness. So I don't think he could, again, craft what's being stated here. But so he agrees to mental health treatment as his burglary court date looms. I think that's probably more the issue is trying to stay away from the burglary thing.
Yeah, but this is a bunch of people getting together and telling him, look, you are going to cost the studio a bunch of money. They're going to fucking sue you. A bunch of people are going to lose a bunch of money. You need to knock your shit off, get your shit together, or you're going to lose this job. And you're not going to just lose your job as the Flash, but nobody's going to hire you again.
Yeah.
Right? So some PR team got together with probably whatever, agents and managers he has. And that's what this is. This is an intervention. This is them getting him some treatment, and hopefully he can do an apology tour and save the company a bunch of money from having to reshoot this movie.
Hey, I still think that's on the table, no matter what anybody says out there.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I would not discount it yet, but that's depending on how many more skeletons fall out of his fucking closet here.
Dude, he doesn't need skeletons. He just gets up and breathes every day. Sorry. Just the truth. I mean, the guy causes his own controversy.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, even if he does this does not mean they're going to have him on the publicity tour. They have no idea what this kid is going to fucking say live. They have no idea how he's going to act out. He's going to do a pre-taped interview in about 8 months.
Live to tape, right? Kind of like the Amber Heard.
Yeah. It'll be just like the Amber Heard interview. It may not be necessarily Oprah. I just keep saying that because,
Oprah,
that's the go-to when you want to fix your image.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. She'll do one of these Dateline or he'll do one of these Dateline or whatever interviews like Amber did, like you said. Yeah. And it'll be pre-taped. It'll be edited so they can make sure they can cut out all the crazy. And it'll just be a bunch of, I'm sorry. But he has to hope that nothing really comes of this child endangerment investigation and no more serious accusations come out.
Well, the CPS thing will be the thing that could bury him. Let's just be honest. But
honestly, I don't think a whole lot's going to come of it. But just like this burglary thing is going to get knocked down to misdemeanor. I'm surprised he even got charged with a felony. Do you know why it was a felony? That seems pretty harsh for burglary.
Well, how much was the booze worth?
Does it? Yeah, unless you're talking about $100 bottle booze. That's what I'm saying. And it's not like aggravated burglary or whatever it would be called, where he actually assaulted anybody or anything like that. Nobody was even home, from my understanding at the time. The only reason they know it was him is because he was caught on security cameras. Right. So, and that's what I've been kind of saying too. And this is why I brought this option onto the table, is because at this point, he really hasn't been charged with anything serious. You have a lot of hearsays and he said, she said's kind of things, or more she said, she said's, but you know what I mean? And really, unless some serious thing comes down from like the Child Protective Services investigation, or he gets nailed with having an illegal pot farm. Even those things, like the pot farm, he could probably still get away with. The kid thing, that's the thing that's going to drag his ass
I don't know,
down.
man. The pot farm thing, dude.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, depending upon how much is there, it could be felony.
Yeah, it could be, but I don't think Hollywood's going to give a shit. We got to remember that most of these people have just as many skeletons or more in their closet.
Jail's serious, man.
No, I know what you're saying. That doesn't. He's a movie star. He's never going to get fucking jail for any of this shit.
Hey, Toxic Man Flu's here.
No matter what. Unless he's caught diddling a kid, he ain't going to have nothing happen to him. That's what we have to remember here. And this is the thing and this is what some of the people were saying about him and why he's acting out the way he is because he's literally doing that fucking thing that Dennis Leary said he was going to do once he became rich and famous. You know, I think Razorfist posted that last night on Twitter. You know, the whole, when I get rich and famous, I'm just going to go around and get fucked up and fuck up a bunch of shit. And then I'm just going to say, I'm sorry. It's going to make it all better. And that's really all these guys do. He's going to get out of this burglary thing. It's going to get knocked down to fucking misdemeanor. He'll do some community service. If nothing comes of even if something comes of the child protective thing, all that's going to do is limit his ability to be around kids.
Yeah, but that's a pretty big portion.
And that's the thing. And that's the one that he's got to really worry about because of the stigma attached to it. The pot farm, I don't think anybody's going to give a shit about. He may get charged with it, but there's enough people around there that he'll be able to weasel his way out of it. You know, it's just, unfortunately, unless we have somebody solidly come out and say, yes, he did this, yes, he did that, then it's really not going to help, because all we have here is a bunch of acting out, bad behavior. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't think that there's not more to this, because obviously I do. I think there's way too many fucking things about him and how he reacts around 12-year-olds. That bothers me, and it bothers most people.
How he acts around,
bother a lot of people.
How he acts around everybody, bro.
We haven't had any actual accusations come out. That's the thing.
No, just arrests for actual shit he did.
No, but my point is this: even the one protective order, he didn't actually physically do anything, right? There's nothing in that report that says he did anything physically. He was just acting in a strange way. And again, I'm not saying that's not reason for concern. I'm just looking at it from their perspective at Warner Brothers and how they have to circumvent this thing. Like,
I hear you.
I and you and I, we personally feel like Ezra's the bigger problem, but I'm sure in the Hollywood bubble, they see Amber as the bigger problem.
Yeah, she kind of took down an entire movement.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's at least get into this article just a little bit. So, from Deadline, and this is actually a pretty decent coverage, even though it's, you know, misrepresentative of what's going on. After months of run-ins with the law and a spiraling PR crisis for Warner Brothers, Flash star Ezra Miller has decided to seek treatment to counter a self-described time of intense crisis. A week after the non-binary identifying Miller was slapped with a burglary charge by Vermont law enforcement, the Justice League alum said today in a statement that having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior, they added. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life.
And I've seen a lot of people already come out and going, well, isn't this what you guys wanted? Why are you acting like it's not enough? It's like, because no, it's not enough. Because this is words. This isn't him out there on a video. This isn't him taking any kind of responsibility personally. All we have here is a statement which likely came from a PR firm. So as far as I know, Ezra Miller's just as crazy as he ever was. In fact, the last I heard about this whole thing was that he was resisting help from Warner Brothers and hanging out with his mom.
Yep.
Even though there was reports early on that he was supposedly in rehab, I heard that was complete and utter bullshit.
Complete BS. Yeah, we know that. Yeah. And perhaps, okay, and again, continuing on later in the story, perhaps tipping the scales on August 7th, Miller received a citation to appear in Vermont Superior Court, Bennington Criminal Division on September 26th for an arraignment on a burglary charge. While the schedule released of the high testing Flash next June has never been in serious peril thus far. Okay, so medium peril. Yeah. Miller's flurry of altercations and questionable actions from Hawaii to Iceland to Germany and the Green Mountain State have led many to wonder when the next speedy shoe was to drop. Knowing that they wouldn't have $200 million film without Miller, who is in almost every scene of the DC pick, Warner Brothers brass have been talking to the actor and their reps for weeks about a more proactive mental health strategy for the performer.
Which is what I heard, but they couldn't find the fucker.
Right. And this isn't about business. It's about a human being who is clearly in pain. One exec told Deadline tonight, this is the funny part. Wait till you hear this convoluted bologna sausage.
Wow.
Of the influence the David Zaslav run company has tried to bring to the Miller situation.
I believe that. I would believe they're the only proactive bunch so far that have tried to do anything about this. Because we know damn well for how long did Emmerich and Hamada and Sarnoff just let this go and go and go and go and go. But they were quick to replace Johnny Depp.
Doesn't look good, right?
It has a very bad optic, right? Again, I can't argue that he necessarily hasn't been charged with anything serious in quotations yet, and I stress yet. But I wouldn't be banking my fucking $200 million movie on this kid going into goddamn rehab and actually being able to pull off an apology tour. No, sir.
They said I had to go to rehab, but I said no.
No.
Yeah, well, that statement was a complete lie. I can't say that. I just don't think it was from him. And Snowdub, yes, Hollywood does hire people with mental issues. It doesn't surprise anybody. So, yeah.
Well, that's just it. And this is what I see from this situation. And this is what we've been saying for a while. Where are all the handlers? Where are all the managers? Where are all the agents? Where are all the people who should be taking care of him and making sure he's not fucking up like this? Okay, where have they been? They let him go until it got to a point where they saw their paycheck was going to go.
Look, I said this going back a ways now, right? To like even before the most recent arrest, right? I'm like, this is a guy that needs help. This is a guy that needs help as soon as possible. And unfortunately, sometimes you have to get stopped in order to get help, you know? And look, I mean,
yeah, but it should have come like 2 years ago. That's the problem.
You're not going to get an argument from me.
No, Tom. I know you agree. What I'm just saying. Yeah.
The point is, this guy, he, you know, if he turns himself around, you know, I'm sure he has, you know, a career in front of him.
The thing is, he has to want to. Like Monkey Jeebus says, Warner Brothers can't keep up with Ezra. Have you ever tried to take a junkie to rehab? That's just it.
It's so hard.
There is no fucking way you're going to get, I see this being a disaster. I think it has disaster written all over it.
Okay. And so the question is, when do they pull
motherfucker's going to escape from rehab? You watch. Sorry, what were you asking?
Yeah, that was probably a well placed prediction there, Tom, because it does happen. But when would Warner Brothers pull the plug on this film, or at least his appearance in it? I mean, the problem is that we keep looking at it, and and based on some of the things that you've heard and some other folks.
Basically, what I had heard is if he agreed to do this, that option A was on the table.
Okay.
And option A was go to rehab, get fixed, do an apology tour. If they think he's sound enough, he will be on the press junket. Otherwise, we're not going to see him. But basically what they'll be able to do is hopefully keep an eye on him long enough till this fucking movie comes out. And then after that, they're going to set his ass free and he's on his own. Because we already know they've pretty much recast this role for the future. That's a done deal.
It's a full reset at the end.
Yeah. So at this point, I see that this is one of the options that I brought up early on, and many people have talked about, we've discussed, and Six, I think, has predicted it. You've predicted it. Everybody has said that this is probably what's going to happen because this is the way Hollywood works. They love these little redemption stories. Yeah. The problem is we see it a little bit differently than a lot of those people inside that bubble do.
Right.
That's the difference.
True.
Now, we'd see it as somebody like, Mel Gibson, who really did nothing much more than, say, Sugar Tits and a few other, probably
I'm not going to
bad things. But at the same time, he can't even get a fucking movie going. He couldn't be Mad Max. I don't remember him starting a cult. I don't remember him being accused of kidnapping somebody. I don't remember him being accused of acting out strangely in front of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
You can say some insensitive things and not get a job in Hollywood, but, act like a fucking crazy maniac around kids, no less, and you're fine. That's the message I see here. So you can hum and haw about what fucking Mel said. Mel said it 20 goddamned years ago, too. That's the other thing that bothers me, is he ain't said shit since. And yet he can't even fucking get proper work. And I'm just using him as one example. Just one of many. But yet this little fucker, who I didn't even know who the fuck he was until The Flash, can get away with practically fucking murder. That's ridiculous. That's white privilege, if you ask me, right there.
Well, it's rich privilege.
Rich privilege, definitely.
Yeah. Well, real quick, let's look at some of the comments, because this obviously, I mean, we have great comments in the chat. Thank you, folks. You guys are killing it. Hamdinger says the correct thing. Ezra is no match for droid cars. That's from Star Wars, everybody. That's from episode 1.
You think?
I thought that was fine.
Ezra didn't know who he was until the Flash either. Probably not.
Yeah. Well, Haviland says, so this one beats up people, breaks into houses, and isn't canceled, but Army Hammer gets canceled for some naughty sex talk.
Well, that's true. He hasn't actually done anything that we know of, Army, as much as we joke about it.
Yeah. Somebody follows that up saying, agreed, but Army wasn't attached to a potential 100 million profits.
Well, that's not totally true. He got shit canned from the offer.
That's true. We must redeem.
I think there was another project too.
/there for potential profit. Right. Yeah. Rob J says, so this is a good start, in my opinion. It's not good enough with respect to the magnitude of Miller's crimes, which, quite frankly, have them going even further into the cesspool than even Kevin Spacey did. As more and more of Miller's vigorously combing crimes become known through the court system, the Flash movie's cachet will plummet even further. Zaslav still needs to cancel and write off the Flash movie and uncancel Batgirl, or he's never going to understand that he's continuing to destroy DC's viability as a movie and TV IP. I don't think that the Batgirl has one thing to do with any of that, Mr. Rob J, but all right. Another writer says, this is up there with Spacey, but I'm gay level of stupidity. Ezra using mental health as an excuse for his behavior is appalling. He has terrorized people and is allegedly kidnapped and brainwashed individuals. Yet zero apology to this or the cast and crew that will suffer through his actions. The sooner the Flash is released and we never have to talk about this guy, the better. The sad fact is, I've seen The Flash, and it's really good. Makes the situation worse as those involved will not get the true appreciation of their work because of this guy. It's a sad day. This is just damage control. His career was over, and it's finally hit him.
I don't think he's even hit him, to be honest with you.
I don't think so either. Another nobody says he looks like a low-tier comic book villain. We can be sure that this statement wasn't written by him, but by his management team. They see his work opportunities disappearing faster than the Flash. So he's going into treatment, blah, blah, in hopes of getting a pass for his psychotic behavior. But a zebra don't change its stripes. And somebody says Warner Brothers just needs to replace Ezra. Should not be that difficult. He's an actor in a mask, in my opinion, so doesn't really add anything special to the character. Ezra's had a consistent pattern of unacceptable behavior, and he should have taken steps to correct this long ago. Why just now? Appears to think he is so entitled as having little regard for his job and the public he's disrespected. And outside, it's America. It cracks me up who people root for and who people don't root for. What is okay for someone is not okay for others. Who gets a pass and who does not? Well, okay. The Edge says, thank Bono. Who do you root for? That's weird. Ezra's alleged crimes have had victims. Downey's didn't, and Downey still did hard time. Ezra's going to slip out of this without paying the price. Warner Brothers should have fired him months ago.
That's the part that bothers me. Like, if you really want to know why I'm kind of hot about this, is because he's not going to learn anything from this.
No.
All he's going to learn is he can get away with it.
Isn't that frustrating?
That's the part that bothers me. As a parent, it really frustrates me because this was an issue I had with my son growing up because of his disability. Right. A lot of people would let him get away with shit that they wouldn't let a normal child get away with. And that's a thing that would bother me because it's like, I get it, but at the same time, my kid's not learning anything. He is learning something, but it's a bad lesson. And that is that you can get away with doing the shit you're not supposed to be doing because of whatever said excuse. And that's what this is to me. I mean, and the reason I brought up like Mel Gibson, and that's my whole point. What did he do? He got drunk and he said some stupid shit. The biggest victim of his crime was somebody who had to listen to him go off. That's it. He sat in a jail cell for the night, pissed himself.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? This guy goes around. What did you say it was? Heavily combing people? I don't remember fucking what it was.
Heavily combing.
Aggressively combing people, supposedly, and allegedly, and then, you know, on top of throwing chairs, choking people, acting out in ways so much that a country is, and the people in it are willing to just drop whatever charges just so the motherfucker can leave.
Yeah, they don't seem to be fans. Don't seem to be fans. I don't know. But I do know this. Jack of all casuals sent me a member chat. Thanks for that. Jack's been here for a long time. 21 months. Thanks, brother. Says, sad can't make it to Vegas, but I'll be in Orlando. Glad you and Tom provide insight into what happens in the world, entertainment or not. See you in October. Thanks, man. And Christine, the killer car. Good to see you, dear. For $5 says, hey, CultureCasino, been a while. Just dropping in to say hello. Well, thank you for dropping in to say hello, and thank you for the $5 super chat to say so. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you. This is an interesting take. Tom Servo says in 5 years, Tarantino will revive his career and make him a star again.
Tarantino likes actual actors.
Hard to say.
No,
hey, Rod's here.
You have to actually be an actor.
Rod's here.
Rod Thunderheart.
Here you go. Well done.
You're welcome.
Doug Nation says, Deadline never posts my comments. Maybe I'm too mean or something. You guys are on fire in the chat. 6. Jack loves you long time. Wow. She's fun. I need a cool name like Rod.
Rod?
Only Neil Breen can save Ezra's career. That might be true.
That could be true.
Yeah. Regarding the title of today's show, the message makes no money for corporations. It does, however. It gets lots of money into the pockets of those that impose it on others. Well, can't argue with that, but it doesn't make money for the corporations themselves. And I think that was ultimately kind of the goal for today's theme. And, you know, the balance sheets kind of bear it out. I mean, outside of, you know, physical entertainment for Disney and, you know, the remnants of what's left of ESPN, Disney's having a difficult time in other elements of their business, key elements of their business. Warner Brothers took a beating, which was expected, to be honest with you, but at least they seem to be pivoting a different direction with what they're doing, heading back to theatrical releases. Paramount learned a valuable lesson. They were put in a positive position by Tom Cruise's latest effort and probably the next two. And I know Tom is not as big a fan of Tom Cruise as I am at the moment. You know, he can't argue, and nobody can argue with the fact that he is a massive draw at the box office. $1.4 billion is a lot of money. If this film actually made $700 million, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Been a long time. And Sony is making stuff for everybody else and making money from that on top of making money for them their own selves, and including Tom's favorite film this year or last year.
Which one?
The not Venom movie.
My favorite movie last year was not Morbius, even though I love and adore Morbius.
Sure it's not Morbius?
I mean, my favorite joke movie of last year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, my favorite actual movie of last year would have actually probably been Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
No, but
Highway to the danger zone.
Speaking about how gay Venom was, here's the problem with Marvel right now. And this is what kind of sucks too, because I've actually been hearing some positive things about the Hulk from some people who've seen it. The She-Hulk show, I should say. But here's a quote from somebody who worked on the show. They ask, one thing that comes up in the premiere is Jennifer repeatedly grills Bruce about whether Steve Rogers is a virgin. We just started putting it in the scripts. There used to be this season-long runner where the thing that constantly gnawing away at Jen is this question of whether or not Steve Rogers had ever had sex. You just regularly see her Googling it, talking about it. You got the sense that she was constantly pestering people in her life with this question that was burning away at her soul. I can't describe to you how thrilled and shocked I was that not only was Kevin on board with answering the question, that he supplied me with the canon answer. This right here, yes, Six sent me this, is indicative of what is wrong with Hollywood. I'm a pervert and I don't even think about that shit that much. Like, yeah, sure, I've probably wondered about the thing's dick for about 10 seconds and then moved on. Right? That is an obsession. That is a problem. Who fucking cares? Are you even paying attention, Culture?
He started to read.
Meaning you weren't paying attention.
Look, I don't care.
You didn't pay attention. Do you need me to read this again?
Yeah.
Fucking A, Culture. Thank you, Six, for sending me this once again. I'm going to put it on screen because Culture doesn't like to listen. There you go. This is the response to this stupid fucking question. And this is, who is this again, Six, saying this shit? It's the writer from She-Hulk. Jessica Gao is who they're talking to. And this was the response to this. This right here,
director and showrunner,
is what's wrong with Hollywood. They are way too obsessed with this shit.
Dicks and where you put them.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah.
On both accounts.
Well, it just, when I look at this, it's like,
this shit ain't helping. It ain't helping.
And well, they don't. But that's the whole point. I mean, they don't care. They just want to look cool to their friends, even though it's going to destroy it's going to destroy the property. I mean, it really is. I mean, okay, so you're gonna make me pull this article out.
I've got it here if you want it.
I got it. I just hate this article.
Well, I didn't know about this part. I mean, I heard about the whole. I seen the scene. And I'm just like, yeah, we already knew he was a virgin. Who fucking cares?
They do. Look, reshaping the pilot, cutting CGI, and Steve Rogers' virginity. This is from Variety.
I can't even remember which movie it was we figured it out in, but it was one of the Captain America movies, I thought.
Well, he never had gotten laid.
Yeah, we figured that out already.
Yeah. I don't know that that's the biggest imperative to him. But when veteran TV writer and producer, this chick, first came to Marvel Studios to pitch her She-Hulk, it was not for a She-Hulk TV show. The first thing I ever pitched was for Black Widow movie, and I actually had She-Hulk in my pitch. She's my favorite character from the comics, and I just wanted to see her in the MCU. At one point, I think it was Brad Winderbaum who said, kind of feels like you're pitching a She-Hulk movie with Black Widow in it. She laughs, guilty as charged, but you know what? It all worked out. Gal ultimately became the creator and head writer of the D+ series, starring Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer, alongside several other major MCU characters. Ruffalo returns as Bruce, and Smart Hulk, who trains a reluctant Jennifer in the ways of Hulkitude in the premiere episode. In early episodes, Variety has seen 4. Most people who are in the industry have seen 4, which means they've seen about half the series. Jennifer also takes on surprising client Emil Blonsky, a.k.a. the Abomination, one of the main villains in the 2008 Marvel Studios film, The Incredible Hulk. That film starred Edward Norton as Bruce, and until recently, been largely ignored by the MCU. Other major Marvel figures like Wong and Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, also show up alongside a sizable ensemble, including Ginger Gonzaga, Jamila Jamil, Josh Segarra, Renee Elise Goldsberry, and John Bass. All of it is in service to something Marvel's never quite attempted before. While WandaVision used the tropes of sitcoms as a metaphor, She-Hulk is the studio's first outright TV comedy that happens to star a 6-foot-tall green Hulk created through complex and expensive performance capture CGI. It's not that expensive, and it's not that complex. I can do it. Gal talked with Variety about false starts and last-minute changes. Blah 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 blah. So, what was your initial pitch for She-Hulk? It was pretty close to what you're watching. Blah blah blah. Emil Blonsky was always in the pitch. Bruce was always in the pitch. I didn't know if I could use them. Blah blah blah. Blonsky's trial. So obviously you're a fan of the character. What runs of the She-Hulk comics did you draw from your show? John Byrne, of course, was the run that made me first fall in love with characters. So her characterization is really heavily pulled from that. But I mean, honestly, we cherry pick from every run, starting from even Stan Lee's first issue. Byrne's run, Dan's slot, shit, whatever. Charles Soule, oh god, we picked elements from each. We might pull a villain from one, blah, blah, blah. Because Byrne was I don't care. Jennifer breaks the fourth wall a bunch in the comics, but most people coming to the show won't know that and might think you're referencing stuff that came after it, like Fleabag. That's not what they're going to... Jesus, you people are coming from the wrong side of this. You should have said Deadpool. This is how uneducated... Fuck. Oh, we discussed it to death just over and over. There were two shows I referenced. In my pitch, it was Fleabag and Better Call Saul. Hopefully, both for obvious reasons. I love fourth wall breaking. Don't care. How did you approach the tone of this show, knowing you were making a light comedy in the middle of a Marvel Cinematic Universe? I don't think it's that light. I knew exactly the tone I wanted from the show from the outset, whatever. My favorite type of comedy is taking a very high concept thing like an extraordinary being who is a Hulk and then grounding them in the minutia of everyday life. Yeah, modernity. In an early episode, Ally McBeal is playing on a TV at the bar. Was that a touchstone for you? Of course it was. For the writers, it actually was not. Yeah, because they were all a bunch of kids like Dana Schwartz with no life experience or anything outside of modernity. But anyway, I was right, because I would say most of our writers was a little bit on the young side to have really known that show in its heyday, of course. Were there any other shows, legal or otherwise, that were inspiration? American Crime Story, People versus OJ. Completely different kind of tone. How much were you brought in? I don't care about any of this. That's her right there, Jessica Gao.
There you go.
So since that came up in post-production, I imagine one of the reasons why you would have those sequences at episode 8 is that you have more time to work with the visual effects, especially since you got so much CG heavy stuff in the episode. Was that part of the VFX crunch that was happening? Oh yeah, I'm sure it was. Switching that up, I'm sure made people scramble. The VFX artists just have to do an impossible task in general. You know, like this is such a massive undertaking, and they're already under such a time crunch. Well, yeah, because you guys suck. In one episode of the show, Jennifer experiences how much more desirable she is as She-Hulk than as Jennifer. How did you want to just strike the balance between establishing She-Hulk's strength as a massive 6'7" superhero and how you wanted her to be perceived by the rest of the world? A big theme of the show is identity. Well, that's all identitarians can write. Good Lord. I can't anymore. I can't. Anyway,
yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Crazy Yak Guy sent us a $5 super sticker. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. It is, or was, or still, I mean, it still is a super sticker. It was a little happy cat or a Shiba Inu dog saying, hiya, hiya. My favorite little Shiba Inu dog. Thank you for that, Crazy Cat Guy. Let's see, what else? I know a lot of you were commenting during that terrible dramatic reading or lack of drama reading, or I identify as chicken nuggets. Petro, did it start tonight? Tomorrow, right? She-Hulk, middle of the night tonight. I
think so. Tonight,
yeah. Hey, low spec Linux laptop.
No, is it tonight or is it tomorrow? I can't remember which.
It's soon.
All I know is I think Chris Gore is coming out tomorrow to talk about it. He's seen the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, I think the end of the embargo is tomorrow.
Yep.
So that's why I'm thinking the show breaks tomorrow. That's just me. Man, I'm yawning my face off.
Same here. But usually they let the embargo lift like the day before. That's why I'm wondering if it doesn't come out tomorrow night at midnight.
You sure it's not tonight at midnight?
That's what I'm curious about.
Hey, you want to see the new Addams Family?
No.
Courtesy of one of our great chat people.
No, it don't start till August 18th.
Yeah, but
so that'd be tomorrow night at midnight.
All right.
Yeah, I've already seen it. I already retweeted it.
What do you think?
Look, I get it. Luis Guzman looks more like the original Gomez from the comic strip. That does not mean it translates well. The kids are horrible. Catherine Zeta, meh. I don't think she's the right personality. Guzman might be able to pull off some of the personality, but he's not the type I think of when I think of Gomez. I mean, he's...
This is a good question. Does Master get on the PA and tell Bartertown embargo lifted? Kinda. Not really, though. It's like,
I run Bartertown.
You're not allowed to do anything or you're in trouble. So.
Nah, I just... Nah. This just does not look appealing at all. This is actually one of the more flattering photos, to be honest.
I'm not excited about this. I don't know.
I'm not either.
Excited about this.
Well, it's about Adult Wednesday. We've already had that parody.
It's just frustrating to me. I don't think that's ever going to change. I'm going to be frustrated by this for a really long time. So.
Yeah.
Okay, what do I know?
Depressing. But anyway. It's even more depressing.
Isn't much out there, is there?
Well, you told me of a passing before the show.
Oh, that's right. God, that was not the best news in the world. Man. Been a lot of people leaving us lately.
Hank VP says Tom Frankelfester.
Oh, Lord. They are moving forward with the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad movie.
Okay. Yes, Uncle Remus, she plays a role in it, but we don't know who yet.
Who? What was the question?
Christina Ricci. In the new Addams Family show.
Yeah.
I heard it's a distant relative or some shit like that she plays. It's a new character.
Yeah, audiences want Gomez, the original Gomez they remember from the films.
Well, you had John Ashton originally.
Yeah, but Raul Julia was awesome.
And then you had Raul Julia, who's one of those rare occurrences where you could almost argue that he embodied the character even better in some ways. Because it just seemed like he had that... Because John Ashton played it with more of a wink-wink.
Yeah.
To where Raul Julia played it completely straight. I mean, yeah, he's wacky and crazy, but I mean, he genuinely, he is the character at that moment. Like, he grasped entirely what Gomez was all about. That blissful ignorance that Gomez has, right?
Right.
Like, John always kind of played him with just a bit of a twist. To where Raul was just that innocence of a child. That's what Gomez is, right? He's a bigger kid than the kids. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, Guzman can probably pull that off to a point, but I just don't see him playing Gomez because Gomez also fancies
Greetings, everyone.
himself.
Welcome.
You did it again.
I did it again. I don't know what's going
And
on with it.
because Gomez, kind of fancies himself this debonair Don Juan type, right? When it comes to Morticia.
Okay.
So I just don't see Guzman pulling that shit off with Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Greetings, everyone. Did it again. Good Lord.
What in the hell are you doing?
I can't get logged into my my own stuff.
Why can't you get logged into your own stuff?
Because I'm dumb and I forgot the password. I don't know. I'm just dumb.
Oh my God.
Actually,
I think it's time to end the show.
No.
Yeah.
You're mean to me.
That way you can get into your thing.
No, it was just I just thought I'd remembered what it was. Actually, I just realized I had the caps lock on.
And you're probably getting hacked as we speak.
I'm not getting it. I had the freaking caps lock on.
Porn is going to start getting uploaded on your channel. It's going to get shut down. You just wait.
Okay. Well, we had an unfortunate loss today. Somebody that a lot of you
Yeah.
will know. Director Wolfgang Peterson has passed away at the age of 81. If you've seen
great director.
Yeah, if you've seen Das Boot, The Perfect Storm, especially The Perfect Storm, Air Force One,
Fire,
and In the Line of Fire. Let me tell you, those three films there. I mean, Das Boot's Das Boot, but The Perfect Storm, Air Force One.
Didn't he direct Amadeus as
Line
well?
Line of Fire, just incredibly genius.
I could have. What else? I know he's directed more than that. Never-Ending Story, he's a part of that too. Did he direct it?
Shattered, Troy, Poseidon.
Enemy Mine was the other one I was trying to think of too.
Yeah. Bicentennial Man, Instinct, Red Corner. Those are his production titles.
Well, I'm saying I'm looking for actual director though.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he did the remake of Poseidon. Oh, he directed Outbreak as well. Yeah, that was a good one. Enemy Mine was a great one growing up. He did direct Never-Ending Story. Okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember if he directed that or just produced it.
Enemy Mine was such a good flick. I don't know that you could make that now.
Yeah.
Get off my plane.
Enemy Mine would be a good one for like a new TV series. Yeah. Like to do as a TV show.
Yeah. Troy was a good film too. I agree.
So there's some really good stuff in Enemy Mine.
Here's something weird because Troy makes that pop into my head. Did you know Brad Pitt did his own stunts for the most part in this Bullet Train film?
No, I didn't. But I know Angelina Jolie's own tits weren't in that movie, probably.
In Bullet Train?
Alexander I'm thinking of. Troy. Wasn't she in Troy as well?
I don't think so.
Or is that a different one I'm thinking of?
They were in Mr. and Mrs. Smith together.
Yeah, that too. But I thought she was in Troy or one. Maybe it was Alexander I'm thinking of. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about Bullet Train, but
Das Boot was a good film.
Yeah, I remember we watched Das Boot in German class.
Good Lord. Oh, yeah.
In German.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I had a hardcore German teacher as well. Oh, boy. Man.
Okay, yeah, Angelina wasn't.
She was an Alexander.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting, Rod Thunderheart. He did his own stunts. The guy that directed him was his former stuntman. So he kind of helped coach him through doing his own stunts. It's kind of neat, right? Yeah, John Platt, he was a directorial legend. Just think about how many different kinds of films he didn't stick with one kind of film.
He's one of those classical kind of directors that we got out of the 70s and stuff where they could direct just about anything. Right?
Yeah.
He had some pretty big hits in just about every decade, it seems like.
Yeah, Shattered's a good film.
He'll be missed.
Yeah, my German teacher was from Schleswig-Holstein. And he wanted us to have a perfect German dialect from that area. It was insane. Auf Deutsch, indeed. Now in German, auf Deutsch.
All right, it's time to close the show, I think. Nap time.
Can you guys tell Tom wants a nap?
Tom
I think
needs a nap.
Yeah, I think Tom does need a nap. Well, like you said, the quarterlies were a weird thing, and they indicated pretty much the stuff that we anticipated. We're probably going to see Hollywood shift their focus back to normal theatrical windows. And I think Tom was right. I think you're going to start seeing films not march directly to streaming. They're going to go through the gauntlet once more. You're going to have digital rental, premium television releases, purchase in the store, digital sales, and then streaming. What do you think? Cool. All right.
I don't know. I wasn't listening like you were earlier when I was talking.
You're mean to me. I don't know why.
You're being such a baby today.
Dude, you're not going to be joining me in Vegas. I mean, we're not going to get in trouble. It's going to get in trouble. I don't know.
I wish I could afford it.
I don't know if comics. I don't think comics is going to want to get in trouble. I'll find somebody to get in trouble.
Sooner or later, we'll go.
All right. Well, I'm gonna live stream from there, and then you can watch me.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. You guys are amazing. We got over 100 of you here right now. It's just this is just bonkers, man. Mm-hmm. What a bonkers day. Thanks for being here, guys. You guys were amazing. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to Vegas. If getting in trouble was the plan, I would have gone to Vegas. That is the plan. Tom is burning the candle at 7 ends. So he's going to go take a nap. JT, what's up? JT Gunn, Late Night with Cap. Got to check out the show, folks. Thanks for the $1, man. Appreciate it. I will have a good time. I will stream some of it. You guys can check that out. Wait, do not worry. We can get culture into trouble. I know a lot of people will get me in trouble. I have a feeling I won't have trouble finding trouble, but it was not going to be as much fun or as troubling as if Tom was there. Plus, there's no chance I'm going to meet up with Clint Howard and like have breakfast with him.
Is he even supposed to be at that?
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
I didn't really bother looking because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it. So,
you know,
I know it's not the Star Trek convention anymore. It's a totally different thing, but it's similar.
Yeah, it's called
same people run it, but yeah.
It's generic sci-fi convention.
Yeah,
it'll be fine. Willie Woodward shot us a 99-cent super chat. Thanks, brother. I'm going to put that on red. I'm going to walk in, put a buck on red. That's what's going to happen. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. Just barely going to make an hour. Tom, you got anything you want to promote? You going to mead later? Are you going to sleep? What are you going to do?
Don't fuck monkeys. That way you don't get monkeypox.
I don't want to get
Quit giving them to your dog.
Yeah, please.
It's bullshit.
That's what
your dog has to deal with enough crap.
Hey, Curtis. Hope you're doing, brother. Hope you're doing good. Curtis D of Montana. Good to see you, man. All right, guys. Have a great day. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others.
Just remember, your dog sees the most unflattering angle of you, and he still loves you. Just keep that in mind. It's food for thought. What?
Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And thank you, Jack of All Casuals, for the super sticker. And until next time.
It's right. It's Jack of All Casuals, so you super sticker. Look at that.
I know. It's a little Shiba Inu going, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.
It's time to end the fucking show. It's time to go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, because Culture's gotta go do some stuff. It's time to end the show. You went over an hour. This is the new part. Haven't written words for it yet. Still trying to figure out the melody. Oh, this is the new part. This is the new part. This is the new part.